Hey boys, Salsa here. Today I wanted to go over basically how to catch up on your professions, on characters that may be behind or not necessarily, on the higher end of the crafting. If you just started late or you focused on PvP and plus, whatever the case may be. Now, there are quite a few ways to get as much knowledge as possible, so I want to get through the easiest ways first, which would be picking up your weekly Artisan Consortium quests. So this quest will give you leatherworking services and blacksmithing services. Now the easiest way to do it is just to get on an alt and come talk to this dude and just request some random mats or whatever the cheapest thing on the auction house would be, but just making sure you get that completed because it does give you 3 knowledge per week too. Oh, and it gives you experience, which is dope. And then talking to these NPCs, which will give you a quest to go kill something, and it'll give you again 3 knowledge per crafting profession. And then lastly, the profession master. Oh well, these guys normally give you a quest to go do something, which is weird. Maybe that unlocks later. I'll figure it out. I'll post it in the comments. But I know for a fact, like my tailor and my jewel crafter gets a 3rd quest as well that gives you an additional 3 knowledge for crafting 2 random pieces. I think you might have to do the Artisan Consortium quest that starts at the Ruby Life Pools. I'll check it out, and again, I'll post that in the comments. But anyway, I'm going to put this in the video. Sorry to cut off in the middle. To get that quest, you do have to complete the Artisan Consortium quest line, which was Pioneer's Leather Boots. So I'm going to turn that in right now to go get those extra points. Moving on to the next source of knowledge. You always want to make sure that you are crafting every single thing. So although obviously this guy's a blacksmith, he's a rogue, he can't use any of this shit. But I'm still gonna make, this shield. I don't care. I'm making it. Oh sweet, reagent save too. Not very useful. I would literally vendor it or disenchant it. I don't care. I would sell it on the auction house if I needed to, but whatever way to make the cheapest first craft possible is what you're going to want to do, but you do have to get every single one of these in order to catch up. The next 2 things would be the profession masters, which I do have a video for. I'll link it in the description. But for example, there is a leatherworking master. I think he's somewhere right here. Let's go talk to him. I'll speed this part up. Oh, there we go. Alright, we found him. He is, yeah, right here. You literally just walk up and talk to him. He's a master. Literally says master leatherworker. You just go up and talk to him, and boom, just like that, we get 5 more knowledge. All right. Again, I'll post that video in the description. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you get all of your profession treasures. There are treasures around the Waking Shore, or I'm sorry, around the Dragon Isles. For example, in the Waking Shore, there's like 3 or 4 blacksmithing ones, a couple leatherworking. It really depends what profession you have as to where the treasures are. I made videos for each profession, but they weren't made with the intention of not being able to find the actual locations. They were more of how do you solve these puzzles. Like for example, the tailoring one, the very first ones I did, had the dragon weave loom, and that was a whole fiasco to try and solve. So I made videos basically on some of the broken ones and non-interactable ones, and it's not just as simple as click for some of the profession, but those videos are also going to be linked in the description below. So there are two additional ways to get profession knowledge, and that is through the Dragoncharts of knowledge. In order to get that, I believe you do have to finish the Artisan Consortium quest that will then take you to just west of the Marukai, somewhere right here. There's like a cave where you can turn them in for points. I do believe, again, you have to do that quest in order to get those to drop, but those are world drops. They will drop randomly off raids, off rares, maybe even arena, I have no idea, but I've seen them drop in dungeons, M0s, and then just randomly throughout the world. Also, there are some mobs that will drop, you know, random bits of knowledge every time I do the world or the profession quest to go kill some gnolls or those little, I don't even know what they're called. They're slicers or whatever. They're right around here. These fresh proto wings will probably give me leatherworking ones, but they will drop profession knowledge that give you 1 knowledge per drop. I usually get around 3 a week. I apologize, we interrupt your saucy viewing experience to bring you one last way to get profession knowledge, and that is through the renown system. Depending on your profession, renown 14 will give you crafters. Not there it is, that big juicy fucking knowledge. That gives you 5 profession knowledge that will help you obviously advance. I think it's different per profession because, like, for example, the Jewelcrafting one for me was tied to the Iskara people, and I believe the tailoring one was here. But like when I got 14 with the Maruk, I didn't get shit. So I don't know exactly how it works, but I do know that some of them will give you knowledge at 14. So for me it says crafter's knowledge here, but if I go to the Maruk people, oh, it says I do get it. I don't know. Okay, the dragon skill doesn't give me shit, so I guess my 2 are the Maruk centaurs and the Veldraken Accord. The Iskara gave me crafting knowledge for jewel crafting, but so it looks like all 3 of these reps, or I'm sorry, all 3 of these rips will give me crafting knowledge, just not the dragon scale expedition, so they're getting thrown off a cliff. So we interrupt your saucy viewing experience yet again because we forgot the last place to get profession knowledge, and that is the Darkmoon Fair. Darkmoon Fair, you can come do whatever quest you have to do for each profession. In this case, I have to use the iron stock to craft 4 horseshoes, then apply them to baby at the Darkmoon Fair. Okay, well, whatever. We get two skill ups and 3 knowledge, so definitely worth doing. And then, yeah, this is the last one, I promise. And then this is actually the blacksmith master. She wasn't working before when I tried, so let's see. Yep, finally got it. Alright guys, hope this video helps. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments below, and thank you for watching.